Yo, it's the Fisticuffs and Buffs podcast.
Oh,
Most anticipated
anticipated.
episode one.
Waiting.
Been waiting. Let's go. Man, we excited to get into some boxing, man. Now, my name is Bouye.
I'm your boy Ev.
Got my boy Ev here. Now we do have another member of this great podcast. His name's Tony. He couldn't be here today, but he's gonna be with us in the next podcast. So we're on. Let's go. Let's go.
Um,
Shout out to Tom. So let's get into it. So I started loving boxing very early in my life. My grandfather, my parents, everybody. It was like a family thing for us. And so, between that, growing up, actually doing a little bit of training, actually doing a little bit of sparring and everything like that, it just intensified my love for boxing. And so I've been watching ever since. And I consider myself a boxing connoisseur. I love the game, and I can't wait to give you guys some great predictions. Ev, fill the people in, man. How'd you get started in this?
yeah, it's pretty much the same for me. I grew up. You always loved boxing. It was always just an event for any fight going on. Brought the family together, and we just love it. I hooped a lot growing up, and it was a boxing gym where we play ball. So it's just, after we play ball, we would just love to go in there and just watch the guys, train and hit the bag and do all that type of stuff. Have our boxing dreams too. So
Right.
maybe we love it. So
Man, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, perfect, man. We're about to get it in, right? So we got a lot of good topics. First, we want to start with the upcoming fights. A lot of good fights coming up right now. The next one up is Joyce versus Zhang. I can't pronounce his first name. Very sorry, Zhang, but he put on a great performance. Their fight is coming up September 23rd. September 23rd. Joyce versus Zhang. Now Zhang won the first one.
yeah, the southpaw. He's mean. He has a great jab, if I may say. Good 1-2. Can't really pinpoint it and know when it's coming. And Joyce, he had a lot to deal with Zhang. He really couldn't get it done against him. He had a pretty good fight, but Zhang kept sticking him with that jab, and he added to it. 2 and 3 punches, 2 and 3 punch combos, and he got him with the TKO at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, man, it was a tremendous fight. Man, I was surprised. I know they call Zhang the Juggernaut, right? Man, he looked like a juggernaut on that night. he ran
Oh,
he ran through Joe Joyce, but Joe Joyce is a fierce competitor. I know he's probably gonna come back strong in the second fight. They had him as one of the top prospects coming up, and had him labeled as the next guy to be able to win a world title. So it's gonna be interesting to see, if he can redeem himself here coming up on September 23rd. I'm sorry, it's September 23rd. Remember that.
yeah.
Um,
And what I liked about it is that it was a classic, like, stand up, stand and bang. You know what I mean? Just a slugfest out there. I love those fights when they go head up, head to head. Those are some of the most exciting fights. And it's just a great way to showcase some boxing.
100%, man. That's what we love, right? We love knockouts, right? That's what we want to see.
Love it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. We're a fan of the sweet science, as you can see. A
Oh,
little bit of Floyd Mayweather back there, but there's some Mike Tyson right next to it. So we love both. Next up, right, we got Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell Charlo. Who you got in this one now? Who you got? Who you got? This the big one. This the big one.
the streets is talking.
They definitely talking for this
The
one.
streets is talking. That's
Man,
all I'm saying.
man.
I'm surprised. I've been hearing a lot of Canelo Alvarez out there. I don't know what's going on. Like, don't know. Like Jermell, he's a great boxer. I don't know if a lot of people know about him,
I think
but
that's what it is.
I think that's what's missing in this equation. People are just choosing Canelo. Don't get me wrong. I love Canelo Alvarez. He's a great boxer.
Big Canelo
He's a
guy.
Hall of Famer. But hey, Charlo is also future Hall of Famer.
Wow.
Let's not get it twisted. That guy hits very, very hard with bad intentions.
Bad
One of
intentions.
the probably, man, he might be number one in the boxing game right now, with just bad intentions after each punch he throws. That is something special. That is a learned art.
Oh,
Boxing.
100%. Yeah. I mean, I agree. Yeah, he might be, one of the hardest hitting guys in boxing. I mean, obviously we got Deontay Wilder, we got we got Tank in the lower weight classes, But geez, Louise, I've seen this guy knock guys out with jabs. I mean, we've seen multiple instances of that. I
Oh,
think people are taking Jermell a little bit lightly here. I think Canelo is a tremendous talent, as you already highlighted here, Ev. 100% a future Hall of Famer. You know, I mean, look at his record, look at the guys he's fought. But I wanna bring this to the people's attention. I mean, Beeble, right? Let's look at that fight,
oh,
and that's kind of an example. Now, Jermell doesn't fight exactly like Beeble, but some things that I noticed is that stiff jab that Beeble was giving to Canelo, man, really disarming Canelo with that stiff jab, especially since lately Canelo's want to throw a lot of power shots versus boxing these guys. And then, man, that hard right hand, man, dude, Canelo, he's in for it. Wait, we didn't do a pick for the Joyce Zhang. Hold on, who you got in that one?
I got.
You got say. Well, yeah, I can't blame you after that first one, man. You know what? I'm gonna go Joyce on this one, man. I think he's gonna redeem himself. I think he's gonna come back with a vengeance. Now Canelo versus Jermell Charlo. Who you got in that one? Yeah.
I got Jermell Charlo. I gotta.
I,
I don't. I'm a huge Canelo fan, like I said, but Jermell just can't. This guy is a machine with his hands.
the guy's a machine.
Right.
I got it.
I don't think people really understand. And I'm not taking anything away from Alvarez, but I'm just saying this guy is undisputed. What, two different weight classes?
Well, not yet, not yet. So if he beats Canelo, then he'll be undisputed two weight class,
Weight classes.
which is insane, right? Shout out to Terrence Crawford who just did that too, by the way.
Yeah. Shout out Club.
But I got to go with you. I got Jermell winning this fight. I think he's being underestimated in this fight. Now we got another huge one coming up here October 28th. We got Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. Boxing world champion, lineal champion. You know, I mean, this guy Tyson Fury is tremendous. I mean, he's beat the likes of Deontay Wilder. You know, I mean, he's beat the Dillian Whites out there. He's beat the Klitschko's. I mean, really, he can retire and be one of the best guys. You know, one of the best heavyweights ever, in my opinion. How do you think that's gonna stack up for Ngannou? I mean, he's a UFC fighter. Don't get me wrong, a lot of power, right? Strong looking guy. He's done his thing in UFC, but geez Louise, man, Tyson Fury's something else.
Yeah, Ngannou. It's gonna be a very interesting fight,
Yeah.
especially against Tyson Fury, one of those guys that can take a lot of punishment. We've seen that with Wilder fight. I still don't know how he got up. It is an anomaly, and yeah, hopefully we can get Tyson Fury. Hopefully we can get him on the podcast and talk about it one day.
Hey,
But,
Tyson, come up here, man. We love you, man. We love you, Tyson.
But yeah,
You made us a believer with the Wilder fight.
Yeah, I'm a believer.
Yeah, I'm a believer, man.
Fury tank.
Yeah.
I think he's going to take this one. I don't know if it's going to be easy for him or not, but with his skill set, I think it'll be easier than we think. Ngannou is the one that has to go in there and really prove himself and set the tone early. I think if he can catch Fury, still doesn't mean he's going to put him down because, as we've seen, like I said with Wilder, Fury can get up from punishment. He has proven it over and over again. So from the best. So
He has. He's proved it. Now there's some interesting quotes coming out. Now Fury, he stated something like, if he loses to Ngannou, then he'll never show his face in public. And then he also said a loss to Ngannou is just unthinkable. He can't even imagine that. Now I think he'd be right to say that. Actually, I mean, this is a UFC fighter. Now don't get me wrong. Tremendous respect to any guys that get in the ring and risk their lives and their bodies to be able to compete at the highest level. So we don't never want to misconstrue that. We have a lot of respect for all fighters. Yeah, 100%. all fighters. It doesn't matter, even if you're doing the bare knuckle fighting over there, you know, all fighters. But it's a little bit different when it comes to the skill set, and we've seen that a ton of different times. With I mean, Jake Paul is living off defeating these different UFC fighters, and so he's a testament to what we're saying, that if you have some boxing skills, you put a UFC fighter in there with a boxer, especially of the likes of Tyson Fury. He might be in big trouble. But what do you think about those quotes?
That's tough. Um, like I said, if he may get caught, but I don't see him just. Is he saying he's going to retire? Is that what he's saying? Like,
I,
hey, I'm done. I'm not going to see my face. So is
yeah,
that essentially saying I'm retiring?
if he loses to Ngannou, Francis Ngannou, he's saying, "Hey man, I'm never showing my face in public. I'm done. This is it."
It's interesting. I would love to see how this plays out. That's 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 tough words to back up right there.
Hey, it's coming from the lineal champion, man. I don't know. Hey,
So
but
basically, he's saying, "Hey, bet it all on me. This is a win. It's in the book. These
100.
UFC guys going down. I seen the face off.
Oh yeah, Ngannou was
Fury,
trying to poke at his stomach.
Fury's one of the best at talking trash. So.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Well, hey, so who you got in this fight? I mean, it's clear I got Tyson Fury easily. I won't say easily, but I think you already highlighted it. Francis Ngannou, his best shot is to, land a hard right hand and knock Tyson Fury out. But other than that, I don't give him much opportunity or chance to win that fight. What do you think?
It's hard for me to go with Ngannou because Wilder, man. I thought Wilder would put him down. I thought Wilder was going to put Fury down.
Man,
Ladies and gents, I thought Wilder had him. It's unbelievable. I still can't fathom the loss that Wilder took. So, just to answer your question, I think Fury's going to take it.
yeah, yeah. Dude, I think we talked about this just
Talk about it all the
before.
time.
Before Wilder has to be no lie, no cap, no BS, none of it. Wilder is the hardest hitting man that walks the earth today. 100%.
Wow.
You can take it or leave it, but that's just what I think. He's the hardest hitting guy that exists today, right now.
Yeah, I didn't believe it for a long time. Uh, Bouye was trying to tell me, and I just didn't believe in Wilder's power. Uh, but hey, it's real.
It's
Go
real.
back and watch those highlights. His power is real.
It's real. It is definitely real. All right, we got a couple other upcoming fights. We got Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis, December 9th. Super excited about that one. Devin Haney now moving up in weight. It looks like, I'm not sure if he's dropping the belts or they're trying to strip him. We don't know what's going to happen with that, but it's a world title fight with Regis Prograis, December 9th.
That's lightweight, junior welter.
No, so it was 140.
Junior welter.
Yep, junior welter, over at 140. But hey, exciting fight. I'm happy that they made it, because the fight fell out originally. It was supposed to be, I think, October 28th,
Right.
but then it fell out, and now we landed on December 9th. Hey man, Devin the Dream Haney, man. I'm just gonna make my pick already. Gotta go with Devin. I mean, ton of respect for Regis Prograis, but just looking at Devin's body of work, just looking at the way Regis lost to Josh Taylor, and how Tiafimo just kind of demolished Josh Taylor, even though I think that's a result of Josh Taylor staying at the weight a little bit too long. A little bit weight drain maybe, but I do think that Regis is going to put on a tremendous fight. I think it's going to be a nip and tuck fight. However, I got Devin Haney taking the W on this one. And shout out to Dev. He came to, what was it, Birmingham? I can't remember. Was it the Maury? He came to the Maury,
Or yeah, I think
visited the D. Yeah, so shout out to Devin Haney for that. But yeah, I got Devin the Dream Haney defeating Regis Prograis on December 9th, if it actually happens. We hope it happens. Fingers crossed.
shout out to Regis Prograis, great fighter.
Great fighter.
But yeah, I got to agree with Louis on this one. Devin Haney. Been following this guy for a while.
Oh yeah.
He's a great camp. His dad trains him.
Yeah, shout out to Bill Haney.
Shout out to
Shout
Bill
out to
Haney.
Bill. You gotta get Devin Haney up here too, man.
Definitely.
Let's go. I
Yeah.
think he has family out here in Michigan and Detroit. Let's go.
Holla at us. Fisticuffs and Buffs. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Make it happen.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Devin Haney on this one. Devin looks sharp. He always looks sharp to me. Uses his jab effectively.
Oh yeah.
Really breaks down his fighters. Really uses the ring, spacing. He's just a world-class fighter.
World class fighter, man. I can't wait to see what he does next.
He's getting stronger too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hopefully we start seeing some knockouts here coming up soon. But he's definitely outboxing these guys. It's outclassing them, outboxing them.
He's outboxing those guys.
Outboxing them. All right. Hey, we got some good news. Bud versus Errol Spence. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh.
Let's go. Hey, shout out to Bud versus Errol Spence. Spence just reactivated his rematch clause, and so he's getting in there. Now, I also heard some other news too. I heard Spence might be training with Ennis. I heard that might be a thing. And hey, you think that's a good idea or a bad idea?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Why not?
Right? I mean, somebody like Ennis, right?
Like top 3, right? In the weight class.
I would say so.
At least number 3.
I would say he's number 3 in the weight class. I mean, of course, you got guys like Keith Thurman still lingering around, but one time. Now we like. I like Keith Thurman. I like one time. I think he sabotaged his career a little bit by not fighting Errol Spence early on, and kind of injuries and things like that. Things happen, but shout out to Keith Thurman, man, great fighter. I just hope that you can get a big shot before obviously your time is up. I hate to say it that way, but we all get older, and hopefully the shelf life is a little longer than expected for Keith Thurman. But I think that's a good idea to spar Jermell Ennis. Jermell Ennis is a tremendous talent. I think, what is he, from Philly?
I believe so.
I think he's from Philly.
Philly or Baltimore?
Or Baltimore? No, I think it might be. I think it's Philly. He's from Philly. But yeah, tremendous talent. Guys don't necessarily want to get in the ring with Jermell, but I don't think that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford are running away from a Jermell Ennis though. So I want to make that clear. But I do think it's a great idea to spar a guy that caliber, especially getting right back in there with a Terrence Crawford. My goodness, man. He put on a tremendous performance in the first fight versus Spence. And
yeah, he's a technician, man, out there. I didn't think he would pick apart Errol like that on the first go-round.
There's no way. No way I
fight. But he got him. And I'm eager to see the next fight. But I don't think there's anything wrong with Ennis and Spence sparring. That's pretty smart. Iron shot iron.
Yeah. I have to agree with you. All right, we got some big news. Now, some of this stuff is a little bit, old news, but we do want to talk about it. Now, Usyk versus Dubois just happened a couple weeks ago. So we got to bring up Usyk versus Dubois. Now, I'll give my quick take on it, and then I'm going to bounce it over to you here, Ev. Now, I'm going to just be honest with y'all. That was a knockout. And Usyk got knocked out, bro. That a tremendous body shot by Dubois. Man, I thought that was it, man. I thought it was right on the belt line. I don't recall what the ref said, but typically it's like right, they were the belt line a little bit high. I thought he got caught.
Yeah, I thought that punch was legit. I thought it was legit. It was a fair punch. I don't know all the technicality. I know people want to get into it, but we can argue that all day as far as where belt line, where the punches should be. I mean, like Plie said, typically the refs decide that before the fight. But Usyk, it was talks that Usyk has problems with body punches.
Yeah,
I guess time will tell.
yeah,
Not taking anything away from that great fighter. He did win the fight, but I did think that body punch was legit. And
legit.
maybe it would have been a knockout. Don't know.
And Usyk, great fight, but bro, you got you got knocked out, my boy. I mean, but like you said, Ev, tremendous way to continue to fight. Even though the ref gave him like an hour break. I mean, he gave him like an hour.
They
Like
got to record
I
it
mean,
like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Yeah, okay. Like,
It's
geez, it felt like an hour. Like this guy got the longest break ever. Um, but like he did win the fight. He caught him with a huge combo towards the end of the fight. Huge right hand. Got him out of there. So shout out to Usyk. Now we got another segment called Stutter Dub where Usyk is in there. So we're gonna, or actually for the good of boxing. Yeah. So Usyk is actually in there. But yeah, we're gonna bring that to you here soon. Another news. Shakur Stevenson versus Frank Martin actually got
Frank the Ghost?
Frank the Ghost Martin.
The Ghost?
That's the Ghost. It's the Ghost.
Oh,
Man, they just called the fight off, man. I'm sad. I'm sad. I'm sad, man. Your boy is sad,
sad too.
man.
Looking forward to seeing the Ghost in there with Shakur. Shakur, he's been in the media a lot, in a lot of these fights, trying to get himself in the ring, promoting himself, talking a lot of stuff, but don't get him pushing. He does have skills.
Oh yeah,
But he hasn't been in the ring since when? Maybe he fought this year.
it's been a while. I think he fought at the top of the year.
Yeah, I think he fought at the top of the year, but I'm eager to see Stevenson get in the ring again. To me,
Yeah, it has been too long. And for me, I think Shakur is a great talent. Obviously he does pass the eye test. He looks great out there. I just want to really see Shakur get it on with somebody that can actually fight. No disrespect to the guys that he fought prior. It just there's a skill gap between. Yeah, he's a technician, and there's definitely a big skill gap between the guys he fought prior and maybe him fighting like a Frank Martin. It's a couple other guys we want to see him fight. Well, we're gonna talk about that for sure. Now, man, we want to get to this. Now, this is the trending topic. This is something that we've just been talking about. It's not something that the boxing world is necessarily talking about specifically, but you know, and I hope you guys can latch on to this. Let us know how you feel about this in the comments. But is Lomachenko overrated? Is he overrated? And so that's what we want to talk about. Is Lomachenko overrated? Now this conversation goes back because he's beat some good guys, right? He's beat like a Luke Campbell. He's beat a Pedraza, Gary Russell Jr. So he's beat some good guys, right? But to me, it feels like every time he steps up in competition, right, he takes that loss, right? He went up in competition against Alito earlier in his career. He took a loss. He fought Teofimo Lopez, which is a step up in competition, in my opinion. He took a loss. He fought even Jermaine Ortiz. I mean, he won that fight on paper. He won the fight, so I give him credit. He won the fight, but I watched that fight, and to me, he took a loss. And then he fought Devin Haney, and he took another loss. And obviously, there's mass debate about who actually won that fight. Many people think Lomachenko won. Of course, me personally, yeah, we watched the fight many times, and Devin Haney absolutely won that fight. But what do you think, man? Is Lomachenko overrated? I'll give my take. But what do you think here, Ev? Is Loma overrated?
I don't think he's overrated. Lomachenko is a great fighter. Another fighter is more like a technician, spacing the world. His footwork. It's, a lot of boxers, or I should say, a lot of people look over footwork.
They do.
Footwork is very important in boxing world. Footwork can save you, and I think in Lomachenko's career, it has benefited him very well in his career. being able to get speed out. I believe he's taking dance classes since he was a kid.
Yeah. His dad had him
Incredible.
taking dance.
Sure why. But no, I don't think he's overrated. He has the skill set. He's just took a couple of L's out there. These are great fighters he's losing to.
He is. He is.
I mean, I remember that.
Right. Tiafimo did punish him. Tiafimo punished him. But hey, let's clap it up for Lomachenko's footwork, man. Shout out to Loma's footwork.
Shout out to Loma.
I mean, he's definitely a dancer in there. Ironically, they used to say Floyd Mayweather used to dance in there, but I don't think they liked it so much when he did it. But oh, he definitely was punishing. He was dancing, but he was punishing all at the same time. Yeah, so I agree with many of the points that you said.
Punish some people too now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Loma's a tremendous talent. Sometimes I do feel, you know what? I don't feel that he's overrated, per se. I don't think that's the right word to use. I think that he's just too small for 135. I think in those losses he just fought bigger guys like Salido. Even early in his career at the lower weight classes, Salido was just bigger. Even when he came in with Tiafimo was just bigger. Same thing with Devin Haney, and I think that's why Devin fought him the way he did. Typically Devin will keep you on the outside with the jab and catch you with straight right hands, but he came in and he hit him with a lot of body shots, which I think the average viewer is not scoring those body shots. They're only looking at the flashy punches, straight right hands to the face and the uppercuts and things like that. But Devin, he outworked him, and hey, great job, Devin Haney.
You gotta think too. Can Loma go against these up and coming guys like Shakur Stevenson?
I think that's a good fight.
That's a good fight.
That's a good fight.
Can he take Stevenson out, or
I don't think a Lomachenko could beat a Shakur Stevenson. I'm just
Javante Davis.
I think Javante knocks Loma out. I mean, you guys might hate us for that, but I think Tank knocks Loma out. I mean, like I said, Loma's a tremendous fighter. He doesn't belong at 135. I feel like if he was at 130, we'd be saying that he's the next Floyd Mayweather or something. But 135, I think it's just the guys are too big, a little bit too much power for him, and I think that's why he waits until the later rounds to where he thinks that the guys are tired, and then he tries to take advantage of.
He would definitely try to drown you.
Yeah, he wants to drown you in the later rounds. When he thinks you're tired, you already kind of, expended your energy, and then here he comes with those nice combinations and that fancy footwork. And so, look out, yeah.
Seeing that footwork.
But shout out to Loma, man. A lot of respect for him. He's I think he's going back to the war. Is a report that we heard as he's potentially going back to the war to fight for his country. Either that or he's ducking out on fighting Shakur. But we don't know. I hope he's actually going to the war. And back in this country up. I hope that's the truth. All right. So we got a segment. Shout out to Ev. He came up with this great segment. Stud or dud, right? Stud or dud. So we got a couple fighters we want to talk about here for stud or dud. A couple of them we already brought up. Shakur Stevenson, Frank Martin, right? They were supposed to fight. They didn't fight. We really wanted to see it. Hopefully they get it together and still make it happen. But stud or dud? Is Shakur Stevenson a stud or is he a dud?
Yeah, Shakur is like I said, he's been doing a lot of talking lately. Now, media and everything. I get it. You got to promote yourself and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, you got to show Fisticuffs that we want to see you in that ring. That's what we want to see. So I'm going with a stud. This guy is, I've been following him since the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
He wants it bad. Trains his butt off. Stays in there, stays around that camp with Crawford's camp.
Yep.
So I know he gets a lot of good work over there.
Yeah.
I think the guy has the skill set to last and he'll be a world champion. So, yeah, stud.
I'm going stud too. I'm with you, man. Him and a couple other guys in this camp, they talk a lot. So I just want, I just want to see you get in there with somebody. I mean, don't get me wrong. Much respect to the guys that you beat, but now it's time, right? We want to see you get in there with the Devin Haneys, with the Frank Martins, with the Lomachenkos, the Ryan Garcias. That's what we want from Shakur now. At this point, we've seen enough. Like we know he's a stud, but you don't really prove that you're a stud until you beat the best. And like I said, no disrespect to any guys that he fought prior, but hey man, we want to see those big fights.
Fight,
We want to see the big fights. Yeah,
fight.
yeah. What about Frank Martin? Stud or dud?
Ghost.
The ghost.
Ghost. I'll speak. But hey, Frank Martin. Frank the Ghost Martin. This guy is the real deal.
It's the real deal.
I'm a little taken back by this fight not happening, this fight getting called off. It almost led me to say, but I'm going to say stud. This guy's a stud, man. The guy goes in there and just gets it done. He goes in there and takes his opponents out. That last fight wasn't too pretty,
Yeah,
but he did get it done. And that's the main thing. It's about the father to get it done.
yeah.
To win.
He definitely got it done, Ev. But I'm with you. He didn't look too good, and I think it's because he's ready for those big fights, and the only thing I could think of is maybe it's just a little bit tougher to get up for those fights that you're really not interested in. But yeah, I gotta say Frank Martin is a stud. I mean, he's had a couple big wins. Really wanted to see him fight Shakur. I think that's a like perfect marriage for both of them, right? To step up in competition all at the same time and possibly earn a title shot, for the winner of that fight. But yeah, I think Frank Martin is a stud too. Under no, I was just gonna say under that Derrick James tutelage,
Yeah,
you know.
Tutelage. And I love just the work ethic of Frank Martin. I love the way he boxes, his stance. It's very sharp. Um, it's he really gets in there, jabs you up, might hit you with two or three piece, and he'll turn out. And what I like to call the pickable. Um, I know it's not the ironic, the cliche pickable that everybody knows about in boxing, but
Mhm.
his style is what I like to call the pickable. Just getting there, one, two, three piece, turn out, spin out. If you don't know where he is,
Oh
you're
man.
getting hit on the side. He's still hitting you from the side. You're trying to locate him, and then he just has one of those fly swatter jabs, what I like to call them. He just keeps it out there.
Oh man.
Works you. So yeah,
Ghost.
yeah, go.
That's why they call him the ghost. All right, man. Stud or dud. We got your boy. This is boy. I respect this guy we about to bring up, but this his boy. I gotta let you. This his boy. It ain't my boy.
Who is that? Who's my boy?
Keyshawn Davis. Oh my
Hold on,
goodness,
hold on.
man.
Gotta put some respect on
Keyshawn Davis.
Keyshawn, the
The
businessman Davis.
businessman
Get it right,
Davis.
baby.
All right.
Let's get it
Hey,
right.
Keyshawn. Facts.
Let's get it right. The businessman is here. I've been waiting on him. I've been talking about Keyshawn Businessman Davis since the Olympics as well.
Great fighter.
Great fighter out of, I believe, Virginia.
Yeah.
Another guy that just wants it. He stays in gym. He trains. He does a lot of talking as well with the media. It's all good. It's all good within the boxing realm. You got to talk. We're talking about the Fisticuffs, man.
Hey, man.
Talk. But hey, end of the day, I want to see a fight.
We want to see you fight.
Sean definitely gets in there and puts on the show and gives us a fight. He is still developing, so I think we're gonna see big things from his. He gets it done.
Yeah.
Contract.
Hey, big shout out to Keyshawn Davis.
Big shout out.
Although I told you it's only because you just talk so much trash, Keyshawn, and I'm just like, man, I just want to see you fight somebody. Now, Keyshawn is a tremendous talent. I have to be the first to say that. Dude, great great fighter. It's just come on, man. Either stop talking so much trash or get in there with Frank Martin. It looked like Shakur tried to knock him off for you, which is a popular camp technique. Have the big homie go knock off the knock him off. Oh, you couldn't beat him, but
What's that say? Look at you going. It won't cost nothing.
it won't cost that. You feel me? But hey, shout out to Keyshawn Davis, man. I just want you to fight some guys out there, man. But tremendous performance in the last one. We see you shining. Keep it going. And one more stutter dud. Ryan Garcia, man. Oh, stutter dud, man. Ryan. He's been doing big things. Took a recent L to Tank.
The IG sensation
himself.
Himself. I don't know. Garcia.
Mr. Garcia.
I wasn't a huge believer of Ryan. I thought all he had was that whipping, right hand or is it left?
No, it's the left hook.
The whipping left hook, which is it's a phenomenal punch, and he's put down that punch.
Yes.
Ryan, he hopped in there with Tank.
He did. He has some
took the loss,
some huge
some
watermelons.
First to take the loss against Tank, and it takes a lot of guts to get in there. So
as Vince McMahon would say, grapefruits.
I'm gonna have to.
A lot of grapefruits to get in there. Yeah, I gotta agree. Ryan Garcia is a stud.
He wants it.
He does want it. He recently made a training change. I think he went to the Derrick James stable as well. So hopefully that does, he reaps some benefits off that and comes back and wins another world title. But yeah, I gotta say Ryan is a stud. Takes a lot of grapefruits to get in there with a guy like Tank. Especially when you're just gonna throw the left hook all night. Like what was he thinking? I don't get that. What the game plan was there, which is probably why he made a coaching change because he's like.
But you didn't say for Keyshawn that stutter dud.
Oh no, Keyshawn is a stud, absolute stud. I'm sorry, yeah, he's a stud. He's a stud. He's a stud. No, I think I skipped out. I didn't want to give him his credit. I didn't want to give him his credit. I didn't want to do it. But shout out to Keyshawn, tremendous fighter. Last thing, for the good of boxing, man.
Good of boxing.
Man, we got a couple fights on the For Good of Boxing. Now, For Good of Boxing is just fights that we want to see, man. This is just, this will make boxing better. This is the fights that the fans want to see. Now, the first one here is Fury versus Usyk. Now, big fight. All the straps. I think Fury. I think that's the only thing he hasn't done is become undisputed. I mean, he's been lineal. He just hasn't held all the straps. What did you think about that fight, man?
Huge fight. I think Fury take him out. I do.
Yeah.
Usyk, I'm eager to see Usyk and how he'll respond and what he'll do out there. We all know Fury's coming for you. Fury's coming for you, man, and how he can just corner you. That's what I love about Fury. He uses his size when very, very well. Corners you, gets you on those ropes, and guess what? He has the skill set to pick you apart. So get in there and one, three might come with an overhand, hit you with a body, might go an uppercut. Just never know,
Just never know. Just never know.
But yeah, great for boxing. Really looking forward to that fight.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Fury versus Usyk. Hope it happens. I do think pretty much the same thing. I think Fury takes that fight. He's just the bigger guy. He's gonna do what he traditionally does. He's gonna lean on Usyk and tire him out, wear him down, keep hitting him with the big right hand and those combinations.
Think he's gonna knock him down?
I think he could potentially stop.
Hey!
Let's go. He's probably gonna knock Usyk out. Usyk a tremendous fighter, but I think the fight with Anthony Joshua shows that size is gonna present a problem. Also, Tyson is a really good boxer. He's gonna be able to land those body shots, and we know. I mean, I think everybody knows that Usyk does not like body shots, so I think it's gonna be tough. But
word on the street.
That's the word on the street,
Not
man.
us.
It's not. It's Usyk. I mean, Usyk.
Not us.
He been going down on the body shots. I mean, Joshua hurt him with a couple, and then the Dubois with the one that they said was a low blow. So, man, but we hope it happens, man. And great fight. Another for the good of boxing, Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney. Absolutely want that fight to happen. I mean, we don't care if it's at 135, 140, 147. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't matter.
You guys figured that out. We'll just be tuning in.
We'll be tuning in. We just need it to happen. Now it's kind of early for a prediction for that fight. I don't know, but it's tough. I got a 50-50 right now. Right now, until I see Devin and Shakur's next fight, I got a 50-50.
That's tough. Because I actually got Devin taken out.
Yeah. Devin, I can see it. I can see it. If I had to lean right now, I would lean towards Devin, only because he's like the, taller, longer guy. He can keep. He's proven he can keep guys on the outside with that jab. I think most people are thinking that he's probably gonna go into that fight fighting like how he fought Lomachenko. But I think he had something to prove there, and he knew that Loma was the little guy. They did a lot of research on him. I could tell.
You know it, and then they got who's that?
No, okay. Hey, no worries, no worries. And then last one. Now this is a good one. This is something we've been thinking about ever since the infamous slap. Oh
That's
well.
what I meant to say.
Oh, go ahead.
Devin and him sparring. What do you have to say about that? Have you seen the clip?
Bruh.
Devin Shore sparring match.
Bruh.
Apparently somebody let that cut out the bag. It wasn't supposed to be recorded or something like that.
Bruh. Now I seen
A lot of talks around that.
oof. Now Devin was low key throwing some hands. I would only say he caught the best of the sparring because of that left foot. He caught Shakur with a nasty left hook in that sparring. I mean Shakur he held his own. He had some good shots. Devin, but if it was one punch that stood out, that left hook was. I'm like, what the? That left hook was insane.
Yeah, he was trying to definitely sit him down.
It
was like a great sparring match though. It like just good work.
yeah. Until Shakur kind of, I don't know if that's considered quitting, but he like, I don't want to go no more.
It was only what 2 minutes, 2 minute clip or something.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Technically, it's like maybe one round.
It was short of, yeah, just short of, yeah.
So we really don't know what's going on there, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna go with Devin right now.
Yeah.
And then once I see some fights, I might change it. All right, last one for good of boxing. You guys might like this. Caleb Plant versus Jermell Charlo. Caleb Plant versus Jermell Charlo. Now I think we all seen the infamous smack. Caleb Plant smacking the dog out of Jermell Charlo. Oh man, he hit him with a back.
They say once he hit him, they heard some change fall right after.
Oh man. Hey bro, he tried to. Man, as soon as he, dude. Hey, I was just surprised Jermell ain't do anything. Hey, shout out to Jermell. Yeah, definitely. He was Charlo fans, but bro, what the? But if that fight did happen, who you got? You got Jermell or Caleb Plant? I mean, both tremendous fighters. I really like both.
Caleb, phenomenal fighter, trains hard, very hard, prepares himself, does the right things, very disciplined. For the insider things he gives us about his camp.
Oh yeah.
I want to give it to Caleb. I do. Bro, we talking about the Charlo, bro.
Oh man, we talking about the Charlo.
Come on, man.
It's gonna be tough.
Oh, I can't see the Charlo brothers. I'm gonna let y'all know.
Man,
I can't see.
Tell them how you feel.
I'm gonna have to go.
Shout out to Caleb Plant. I'm going Jermell. I can't even do it. Caleb Plant, tremendous talent. But after watching the David Benavidez fight, that loss, and then Canelo, I'm like, ooh, I think Jamal is of the echelon or better than a David Benavidez. Although tremendous respect to him, looking forward to his next fights and everything going on with him.
Sure.
Love David Benavidez, but I think Jamal is just that next level, just above those guys. And
Yeah.
man, I think it'll be a great like grudge match. Nothing on the line. A way for Jamal to get back, get his feet wet, until he makes for a world title push. But yeah, I think it's.
Didn't they take away his belt at weight 160?
I don't think they stripped him just yet. I think they're about to if he don't fight soon, because he's. It feels like it, but he's been out of the ring for a while. I think it's going on 3 years.
I feel like middleweight class is pretty much kind of empty, right? I mean, I know
Ex-
Eubanks just won one,
Yeah, Eubanks just won, so I
but
mean,
there's not a lot going on in the middleweight class.
no, not a ton going on middleweight, but um, we'll see, man. Hopefully Jamal comes back and it's a world title shot for Caleb Plant. That would be nice. But if not, hey, it'll be a tremendous grudge match. Shit.
Great for boxing. My last thing on that too. Anytime slap is involved, it's gonna be a great fight.
It's gonna be a great fight. This a man ish. Jamal, you better get your get back. You better make that fight happen. We want to see that 100%. But man, any last words, man? We appreciate y'all, man. It's our first episode, man. Let's go. First episode.
First episode.
Let's
A
go.
long time in the making. Hey, keep tuning in.
Keep tuning in. We plan on having some special guests up here. Of course, our guy Tony, he should be with us on the next one here. And but we gonna keep rocking and rolling, man. We appreciate y'all. Of course, man. Share any feedback, what y'all think of these upcoming fights. Obviously, follow us at on Instagram at Fisticuffs and Buffs. And also, you can follow myself at Bouye Loves You on Instagram, and then
Live underscore and
there we go, there we go. Well, man, shout out to all you boxing lovers, man. We appreciate y'all rocking out with us. If any last words, take us out of here.
keep those hands up. It's the cups and bucks. Let's get it.